from your sponsors up there. All right, it's hitting up live here in a hot second. So apparently it didn't work. Yeah, story of life right there, right? From hey, we're live up there. All right, it's hitting up live here in a hot second. All right, so Mike, so what have you been getting into over the past few weeks that we haven't seen each other? Yeah, story of life right there, right?
Well,
hey, we're live.
We have definitely been keeping. I think, when was the last time I saw you? Blue Rocks?
Blue Rocks.
At Blue Rocks, okay. On the carry-all side, well, wait, no, we'll get to that. Just from a personal side, trying to get the winter builds going. I think Trio right now has definitely stepped up to the plate with a lot of exciting new products for a range of RC cars. So it allowed us to mess around with the a new leaf sprung. Oh, I have that silly screensaver on. You can't see all this stuff back here. Been messing around with leaf sprung trucks recently.
Oh yeah.
An SCX10 with the RC 4-wheel drive leaf spring conversion. That has been keeping us very busy. Changing the SCX10 to my Proline Tribute build, again with Trio product. Took away a lot of the old products that I've been using for years. Nothing really the matter with them. I will tell you, the Trio stuff just looks good, and it has solid weight, and performance-wise, it checks all the boxes. But I'm just telling you, if you would see the stupid screensaver, I got to turn that thing off. It always messes up when you want to show something cool, like, hey, I got nothing in my hand. The Trio products, I can't say enough about it right now. It's brought new excitement and brought back a lot of that little spark in some of the builds that I haven't messed with in a while. Just a new product like that can really bring new life back to a truck that you might not have wheeled with in a while. So that's been keeping us very busy, keeping me very, very busy. The Gatekeeper, that new build, or new truck, I should say, is going to be a fun build. We're going to do the IFS front.
Mike,
IFS on that truck.
You're going to drive this thing.
Yes. We got a Hobby Wing, that new Hobby Wing motor combo with the motor and ESC. You know what I'm talking about?
That 1800? Yeah.
It's a Hobby Wing motor with, yes. I'm going to try that just because of the space in this truck. It seems to be like a great option to try on this truck. We'll see. It's a, sometimes it's trial and error. You take the best guess of what you think's going to work. And if it doesn't, go back to the drawing board and try again.
That seems to be the story of life, especially with RC.
We've been keeping busy. Exactly. There is no right or wrong answer. You just keep fine-tuning until you get it the way you want it.
I'm gonna be honest
but yeah, so builds have definitely been keeping us. What's that?
Go ahead. So, you mentioned your that IFS. Now, are you gonna leave that body as is, or are you gonna see about maybe putting something else over top of it, or are you gonna keep that secret squirrel?
I have been seeing Hemistorm and Jeremy Kilburn. There's a few people out there right now have gotten very creative with their gatekeeper and found new body options for it. There's a few people out there adding panels and changing the look of it completely. But I fell in love with just the look of the truck the way it is with the panels. I'm going to do a mirrored chrome look on all the panels with like a real shiny mirrored wheel with a mirrored chrome panel. Real simple, nothing flashy, just something different.
That's gonna look really unique.
The IFS on that truck. What's that?
That's gonna look real unique. I've never really seen a straight, truly chromed out build like that. I mean, given I'm still young in the hobby, so I'm sure there's something out there, but like,
right,
especially on a rock bouncer style truck that, that's gonna be.
Yes,
you got my attention.
Yes. Exactly. And I struggled for, a week or so trying to figure out what is the theme, what color, what will be the actual concept, what will be the end product that it's going to look like. And it was actually the wheels that kind of steered the motivation for the chromed out panel look.
Pun intended.
The wheels caught my attention, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this could be an option.
So was that pun intended?
So yeah, MJ, we just been keeping
in there in that direction.
Yeah.
Terrible joke. I don't know what's going on.
So there's a little bit of a delay, I think.
Yeah. By chance, are you on a laptop or on a mobile device?
I'm on my mobile.
That might be the disseminating feature. Are you close to your Wi-Fi outlet?
It's not terribly far.
Okay.
Do you think it's my Wi-Fi signal?
No, I'm thinking it's a.
Do you think it's?
Do you have a laptop you could use that we could continue talking as you get everything fired up?
Yep.
Yeah. Why don't you grab that real quick and fire up, and I'll continue chit-chatting with our crew here. We got some awesome people in the house today. Kurt, Adam, Holker.
Awesome. I'll be right back.
By the way, see, I got your name right. I got a couple youngins that I happen to know. Kevin Gibbs, my man Bull Gear, Alan. Sorry. I've had some great opportunities to meet with a bunch of you guys, actually. JD, what's going on, guys? So I'm gonna save that, Kevin. Don't worry. I'll ask Mike that question as he goes and gets his laptop all squared away. I've noticed. Hey, what's going on, Jeremy Kilburn? We're having some little technical difficulties. We're gonna get it squared away. We think it's the actual connection from mobile to the to us. So inside here, guys. So you heard some real interesting, a chromed out gatekeeper.
You're right back.
All right, cool. Mike threw out ideas that you were playing with good old fashioned other bodies. I'm not giving out your secret. Oh no, the gatekeeper is the Element RC truck that is based off of the Element platform, but they've done more of a what is it? They've done more of a bouncer build. It's really flat out pretty cool. He will be back in a hot second. Don't worry. I'll let him back in as soon as he gets in. Hey, Todd, what's going on? It's been a while. By the way, just for you guys who are not fans, I'll take 7-0 all day. Just gotta throw it out there. Anyway, so as things come in, as things go out, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Mike's gonna be putting out here. If you haven't seen some of his builds, especially the Carry All RC Jeep, guys, it is mwah, it is flat out amazing. Mike has an attention to detail which I envy. I've got an attention to performance, and and what I really like seeing and hearing, oh, there he is how much and how Trill is actually been really bringing it in and providing some great options for those builds that look great with the type of detail that Mike is going for. Dude, you look 100 times better. I need to hear you. You're on mute. Yep. You're on mute. Waiting for, hey, there's that background he was talking about. Man, look at that. Look at those trucks. Yo, you see that uni in there? Some really cool builds. You're on mute. You're on mute.
So I turned it off. Hang on.
There it is.
Now you can hear me.
Dude, you're so much better. 100 times
Woo-hoo!
better.
All right.
You know what the best part? We can even see the background of all the trucks you're talking about. Wow.
They're back here.
That's beautiful. That's a wall of, man. See, that's a wall of detail that I will not achieve because I break too much stuff.
You got a nice backdrop, though. It looks good back there.
I appreciate that. So, little up there, if you look right above my shoulder, you've seen my 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So that happens to be as close to brilliant silver as I could get. That's actually GM sheer silver.
Oh, okay.
I used some of the shiny flaky plates, did the 3 coats of GM sheer silver, and then I backed it with some standard Tamiya PS paint. So we're gonna see how it holds up. It's gonna be more of it'll be a little bit of rocks, but it's gonna look like my real truck, my 1-to-1.
Nice.
So that's, I know you hate the platform because you're not a Portal Axle fan, but it's gonna go on my I have a pretty stock Defender that I like having. Pretty much I'll hand a controller to anybody.
Yeah,
that's what it's for. It's a beautiful truck. Oh, dude, that's 100 times better.
Awesome. Yeah, and we lost that lag. It was a little tough in the beginning. I would say something, and then so anyway, this is great. Way better.
Oh yeah. All right. So let's talk a little. Let's get into some Carry All RC stuff, man. Look,
okay.
Flat out. And so in full disclosure to everybody here, we have actually both team managers, Adam and Jeremy. They're his right and left hand man. I am one of his team drivers, but I'm here in a different role. I'm here to give Mike an opportunity to talk about, the recent RECON G6 certification and so much more that that's putting out there. So, Mike, man, wow. Carry All RC has taken the trail scene by storm.
Yeah.
So what tell us what? Yeah, right. I did hand it to you. Let's talk about where'd your idea come up from? What's the background behind this?
Okay. Yeah. The idea behind it is simple. Being able to, just from my personal experience within let's take a 1-year time frame with last year being in the 12-hour endurance challenge at the RECON G6, and then weekend events. I learned a lot, especially from the 12-hour, about how to pack going out for that lap. How critical it is to have everything with you in your backpack, and pack light and pack enough. And then it would go on to the next weekend. You go out on a Sunday, walk on the trail, and you forgot something. And it's like, oh, darn it, I wish I had this. I started to realize there was an opening in the market for a ready-to-run backpack. to be able to have a prepper bag that was always ready to go every Sunday. You wouldn't have to reload your backpack every time you went to go to the trail. It was so much easier to just grab the bag and go. That was the idea behind a ready-to-run backpack. Finding the right, wasn't looking to go necessarily go into the market and be competitive with someone like K&K Hardware. It was about collaborating with someone like K&K Hardware and designing a 100-piece emergency hardware kit that was those oak crap screws that you need. So again, not going into business against K&K, but collaborating with them to highlight what they're doing. Let's purchase their item in bulk, put it in the backpack, and be able to offer that with the backpack. And that was easy to start connecting the dots with the Cow RC pit mat, to give yourself a work mat on the trail, where you're not doing an emergency repair now on a tree stump or in a dirt pile, sifting through the rocks trying to pick up little nuts and bolts. Being able to have a work surface to quick make a repair
and it never fails. So I guess the internet connection is getting a little squirrely across the board. But what I'm thinking that Mike is, there he is.
The first aid kit turns out sometimes can be enough to break the ice and be a little, who needs it? We're tough guys. We'll put CA glue on a cut. We don't need a Band-Aid. But sometimes, you might have a kid with you and you want to put a Band-Aid on your son or daughter.
It's funny you say that, because at the RECON G6, as we were going around with, with Adam Holper, my tiny human decided to get a cut because, well, she's a tiny human, and decided, hey, I happen to have that my bag with me. Well, not happen, but I had my bag with me, and it was nice to have that first aid, a little Band-Aid, because that's amazing how a Band-Aid makes tears go away.
Exactly. The Band-Aid has wicked healing power, even if it's mentally sometimes. Just makes the kid feel better, make that boo-boo go away. But so that was the idea, and how it kind of steamrolled or snowballed, adding these fun little items into the backpack. We realized then we needed to sell the backpack in like a tier program. Maybe not everybody is going to be sold on a fully loaded backpack, where they want to just get the optional starter one and then upgrade along the way. So we put out there a fully loaded version and then step back from there, just trying to appeal to everyone's RC budget. It varies. So just trying to give options. Now, yes, there is one thing that the backpack does do, and it's the one thing that people see right away, and that is the harness and the ability to carry a rig on your back. I try and convince everyone the reason for the backpack was not the harness. That came second. It was building an RTR backpack, a prepper bag that was always prepared and ready to go for any outing. Any Sunday, you grab your bag, you got everything you need. But yes, we did get a patent. We have a patent pending on our harness design. We have a patent lawyer that we work with, and she's coached us on trademarking and our licensing. She's been an invaluable resource to us as we're learning what we're doing here and trying to protect and grow the brand. But our two-part design harness is unique. A lot of people came to us and wanted to purchase just the harness adapter that would attach to the backpack. But our backpack is clearly a two-part design, and it utilizes the backpack and the lower portion of the bag. Hang on, I have one here. And I don't have that stupid screensaver.
Woohoo!
So the lower part, when you hang the truck up here off of the harness, the lower cinch cord is what holds the truck tight to your back. When you lean over side to side, the truck doesn't wag around and knock you over, lean you back, holds it tight to the backpack.
That's real. That right there. It really is the key. At least from what I've used, flat out. I've seen some other people using the bag, and you could watch the truck just flopping in the wind.
Yes.
And it makes. I've carried. Hold on. I've carried that 6x6 out at least once because I might have not had the right parts to fix it, or I killed 13 bearings in one mud hole. And that's no joke. They're no one that's in here now. They were there though. But yeah, it supports that truck. I know one of your team managers, Jeremy Kilburn, carried a 12-pound D90. Dude, like, by the way, highlight to that RC car action.
Yes.
Full expose on that van. Oh, I love that truck.
Yes.
And it was comfortable to carry, over a long period of time because of the sway action. And doesn't it keep it a little bit as opposed to like some of the other bags that bring it down?
Honestly, once you put that cinch cord around some people will carry the top of the truck up front. It doesn't matter. You can carry it upside down, or as long as you have the truck against the backpack and you cinch that cord tight, it sucks it up. And it's surprising. Sometimes you have to teach people how to wear a backpack properly. I see these kids in high school and they don't even know how to wear pants correctly. They're
pants on the ground.
So much like a kid who can't wear their pants correctly, it is important that you wear your backpack correctly. Pull it up tight, cinch your straps, get your backpack secured tightly. And when you do all that and you have it up and you have your truck attached and secured, yes, the top of the truck should be up at your shoulders. And the beauty behind what we designed was that the backpack can be used. Throw in a hoodie. It's fall, almost wintertime. You're cold. You're going to have extra clothes. You can now use the backpack and fill this thing with items, and it really works best. And that's why the harness is designed to stand up. It works great with a fully loaded bag. All of your items are in here, and the truck hangs right off the back of it.
It's real interesting you mentioned some of the items because we got a little side chat going on over here about starting from the budget, like 100, Bulgia is like $150 a week, he thinks, and on down through, and they throw in the word coupon. And what these guys need to know is your bag comes with some one-time coupon codes for a lot of your sponsors. K&K's in there. I think Suits scaled paintings in there. By the way, I need to talk to him. I got a few ideas. I'm gonna have to cut up a body before I send it to him, but he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, what is this?" It's an MJ build. What do you expect? But yeah, you got a whole bunch of guys in there, and some of your
the promo codes.
The promo codes. They're beautiful.
The promo codes, just with a random backpack purchase, it means a lot. We're getting the Cow RC, Power Hobby, Soot to Scale painting, a DSM, dirt, sand, and mud recovery DSM. They're another one that added a promo code. So with every backpack sale, to just get those promo codes to continue to purchase items to put in the bag, those promo codes go a long way. 10, 15%. Some of them are 20, 25% discount. So that goes a long way. I really as a enthusiast, I appreciate being able also. I mean, we have some hard times going on right now. A lot of people aren't able to leave the house to go to work. They have to do all this stuff, and RC is the outlet for many of us. So being able to support those companies and keep those guys being able to work
as well is a beautiful thing, man.
It turned out COVID-19 turned out to show us that the scale trail adventure hobby is actually a great social distancing hobby for us. It can be the perfect pandemic hobby. I could be a hermit. I'm perfectly fine in my doghouse and quarantined. I practice for quarantine my whole life. This is what I do.
That's fair.
But to be able to be socially distant and be out on a trail, this turned out to be, the perfect pandemic hobby. As bad as this pandemic is, it is nice to find a glimmer of something positive in that hard time.
Yeah, I'm totally with you right there. Especially, we got to see a lot of the bags in action, at various events.
Yeah.
Not so much at some of the Sorka stuff. I know you have you're not a fan of the Sorka stuff, but that's life. We each got to have our own. But I always saw a lot of those bags in use at the RECON G6 event.
Yes.
And I know there were a couple. By the way, guys, if you haven't checked out Brian Parker's live feeds from Moab, but the real Moab, no joke Moab.
So good.
Ryan Towsley, who was a team driver, brand ambassador, I should say, was out there. A friend of mine, Bill Riddle, Craig Davis, a whole bunch of guys were out there, man.
Amazing guys.
I mean, Terry, I saw your bag every time I got into Parker. It was either Parker's or Towsley's or one of them, or Craig's. It was somebody's bag was there. It was always there.
And MJ, you understand what Brian Parker does for the hobby. You understand what a RECON G6 event is.
Mm-hmm.
And the backpack has a home in that type of an event. I am much more of a fan of a walk on a trail with a camera and a couple of trucks and let's go take a walk. I have nothing against Sorka personally. I'm just that competitiveness of points and all that kind of stuff was nothing that I really got lynched onto. I would have much rather. I love the RECON G6 lifestyle and something like Blue Rocks where we can gather 50, 100 people together in one spot, all like-minded guys, because I know most of us, we go to a family get-together. There's no one else at Thanksgiving dinner that wants to talk to me about a gatekeeper. So
yeah,
when I get to an event like at an RC event and there are other people that can talk on that same level, that's a good time. Like, people know what you're talking about. So the backpack has a home in that type of atmosphere for long walks out on the trail. Now, the backpack was actually released right around the time of Motorama, and I got a lot of slack from people. There you go, and you were one of them. Where are you, Munster? Why are you not here at Motorama with that backpack? And I
did give you the round. I gave you the runaround on that one, my friend.
I put my foot down, and it turned out I was wrong. I mean, I will admit it. I was wrong. But I kept saying that Motorama wasn't the place for this reveal. I said, we're going to let USTE handle this, and that will be the big debut. But I was wrong. And the reason is because even at an event like Motorama, and you've got to walk from your car to the event, hands are full, toolboxes, couple of cars, controller, whatever you have in your hands, your kids, whatever you're carrying, to be able to put one extra truck on your back and get in the door and make one less trip. I didn't see that connection right away. I'm like, wow, okay, fine. The backpack can have a home anywhere. It will work in something that, you know, a long walk from the venue, from your car to the venue. It works.
So let me give the viewers, if you guys have never been to Motorama, and when Mike says it's a long walk, if you don't pay for the upgraded parking, it's approximately at least a mile, and that's not even exaggeration. As a fat guy, I was hating life for a while, especially as we were walking through. But I now looking forward and looking back to that, I learned my personal lesson to buy the upgraded parking pass. Because it's totally worth every moment of that. But yeah, you're right. Just that transversing the whole thing, or even let's say because guys, when we're talking about an event like Motorama, you're competing, or the people who are really competing for to win are taking 4, 5, 6 trucks, and we're competing in 5, 6 classes. So each truck has its own place in it, across the board. Lexan, hard body, leaf springs, no leaf springs, linked. Is it going to be 419, 475, open, extreme? Like, it's a huge. I'm laughing at a friend of mine who's like, a backpack that hides a RC from the wife would be great.
The Jedi mind trick. You only see one RC car here.
That'd be great. I'm dying. But yeah, like, what people got to understand is then you also have spare parts. I literally have a Husky toolbox, which I use to cart parts and various things. It's a setup, guys. It's a real setup. Plus your table, plus your chair. And then here's where the backpack really comes in to be golden. Carrying water and food and like your snacks to get through the day, because the food is stupid expensive.
Yeah,
that's that right there. And that one extra thing. It's a golden thing. But
and I don't think people put enough of the emphasis on the water part. Just period. I don't care if you are a water bottle drinker or bladder bag.
How do you say water? How do you say water?
What? I tomato. But if you're going to be a water drinker, being able to put a bladder bag or camel pack, whatever they call those things, they're not for everyone. But just having the option, this backpack does holster a bladder bag. And it routes the hose out through the top, and it's designed to holster a bladder bag or water bottles if you want to stick them in the side pockets. But
or both if you're like me and drink a ton of water.
And some people are, a 90-degree day out in, in a hillside somewhere, you're going to drink a lot. But I'm just saying it is a poor plug, but I needed to jump in there and just say, put enough of the emphasis on people needing to stay hydrated. And the backpack does allow for that. We get tons of emails. I carry a 2-liter or 3-liter bladder bag. What are my options? And I'm like, I'm happy to tell you this backpack does holster a bladder bag.
That, I think, right there, and the thought process behind, the bag itself, that's crucial. I've used other backpacks in the past. They were quite frankly off the shelf Walmart bags that we just kind of tried to figure out, and that was one of the hardest things, was to where to put the water on top of. It's not if my truck broke, it's when my truck broke.
Yep.
People call me out. I have a reputation and must uphold. So things get sent that shouldn't be sent. I learned a few lessons. Don't run an outrunner on a trail. I might have killed a Holmes, or no, actually, I just need to send it back to him for a cleaning. But an 1800 revolver, one of my favorite motors. But yeah, I really appreciate, the thought and also the rolling development that the bag has seen.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is going to never stop. I think the evolution will always continue. What can we continue to purchase in bulk to add to the backpack? Because I probably have a list of 50 more items that we would love to outfit the bag with, but at some point you need to draw a line as to what makes sense. Either it's an East Coast thing or West Coast thing. It might not make sense on both coasts to be putting mosquito repellent or something in there. So you got to draw a line, but there will always be an evolution and continuing to drive forward. One of the fun things that we started just doing recently was adding more customization to the harness and to the backpack with the color combinations that we're getting. The bag I keep holding up here is our military edition. It has a U.S. Army tribute to this one. Done for the veterans and the good people over at 11 Charlie and what they're doing to help the vets. It screams rucksack, and people with that military background understand what it means to pack a bag, to be prepared. The rucksack mentality and being prepared fits with those guys, and to give them a backpack in a color scheme that just screams their pride, army proud, it means a lot, and it's been a huge seller. The guys have really gotten behind that. Now we've offered purple, yellow, blue, pink for October and breast cancer awareness.
Awesome.
The newest one we just did was a glow in the dark harness. For all of you crazy night run fans out there, you've been out in the sun all day long and harness and backpack in the sun and it's all charged up. That glow in the dark harness at nighttime just pops. Just a new fun twist on a night run. But I mean, think about the safety side of it, being able to see someone or just standing out in the crowd. The glow in the dark is definitely a very cool little something extra.
I also see a couple of comments for some ideas just to put a bug in your ear about lights and like a GoPro mount.
Well, we do offer the GoPro mount. Oh. And that comes off of the shoulder. So the backpack, if you ask for it, will come with a GoPro mount right off of your shoulder. So without giving away too much, but we can touch on what we are doing. And this was inspired from the RECON again. And at this last event, I
already know who had a hand in that.
We're going with this, but if we're going to talk about lights, one of the things that we realized mostly is when you're wearing your headlamp, mosquitoes and bugs are attracted to that lamp and buzzing around in your face. It's very annoying. If you can get directed light down lower, maybe somewhere in your shoulder straps, directed light pointed down at your feet so that you don't have the bugs all up now here in your face so much, and that directional lighting pointed down at your feet, just lighting the trail is all you need. So that is one of the things that we're doing right now is putting the final touches on getting lights on the backpack and shooting directional lighting down at your feet. The other thing that we're going to be releasing before the end of the year will be for the people like you, MJ, that want to send your truck every 5 minutes and submerge them in mud and water and everything else. Now you've got your broken truck that's all muddy and banged up, and you don't want to get your backpack dirty. We're going to be releasing a slip cover that will go over the entire backpack, still be able to utilize the harness. Now you can secure your truck to the backpack without getting the backpack all covered in mud and dirt and debris. Just pull the cover off and throw it in the washing machine.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I think I know who might have had a little hand in that idea.
JK probably. If he's usually
because it takes a certain kind of person to want to keep everything clean and still have fun. And
Yeah.
clearly, as you see, if you can see above my shoulder, yeah, my trucks get put away dirty and wet. And
That's
well,
okay.
not always super wet, but you know. But I really like that idea of the
Yes.
of a cover.
It,
Because you know, hey, I honestly don't want my my tools to get muddy. I don't
yeah.
want, because I do tend to carry a nice 12-volt Milwaukee little screwdriver that I can pop my MIP bits in. I don't want those to get destroyed and muddy.
Right.
So I really, and especially you go to put that now. Out of curiosity, is that going to cover the bottom as well? So
Yes.
like if you put the bag down, it's raining, it'll at least give a quick layer of protection so you can get your water bottle out, or your trail repair rolling.
Yeah, the cover actually slips over the entire backpack.
That's
The entire thing will be covered. There's a, when you cinch it on, there's just a small portion in the back where the slip cover will attach and keep it secure from coming off. But yeah, so you could set your backpack down then right in the mud if you wanted to. So yes, it would be protected on the bottom.
I don't say that, because I would. And my luck, it would be totally unintentional, because
But it's important for me to mention these things because what you had said about the evolution and that the backpack continues to not sit idle. We continue to get feedback from people and listen to their ideas and find out what works. And that's what really made this whole carry-all thing very special, was that it's not just one man just sitting there all cross-armed and stubborn. No, like, give us some ideas. What works? What doesn't work? What can we add? There are restrictions, and the backpack game, getting into the backpack business is kind of a bold move, because a backpack is like someone's hat. You're poll 5 different guys right now. What is their favorite hat? Their flat brim, their curve, they wear them backwards. Everybody's going to have their own preference for what they want in a hat. It's the same way with a backpack. Either they're large guys, tall, heavy, big shoulder. A backpack needs to feel a certain way on them. It needs to be comfortable. It's not easy to find one universal backpack that will check enough of the boxes to satisfy enough of the market to make them want it. So it's not an easy task. So on that note, I think the only thing we can do now is continue to offer additional backpacks as we continue to grow. We keep a list of items, a checklist of what we would do to improve the second generation bag. What would be different, a waist bag or a lower waist strap, different things that we would always want to improve on. So yeah, I can tell you right now, come next year, I will guarantee you there will be a second gen bag. I know it. Beyond
awesome.
just a color harness change. So that's where we went with fanny packs.
Out of curiosity, are you gonna throw out a Crayola style X for the Marines?
Well, the color combos got really funny just recently. We had gotten a whole bunch of new harness options in, and one of them we got was a yellow harness, and we put red straps. The one guy you met, my buddy, my homeboy, Dreamer, Glenn Shelley, my right-hand man, who's here every day helping us build backpacks. He did this color combo that screams Hulk Hogan. This yellow harness with the red straps. And we had sent it to the hobby shop in Tom's River, Hobby Town. And we just sent him a glimpse of it, like a teaser.
Right.
They were actually, and it was kind of a joke. Like, we were just goofing around. They were actually disappointed that they didn't get the Hulk Hogan back. They really wanted that yellow harness with red straps. I'm like, wow.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, there's color combinations out there for everyone. We get lots of requests for purple bags, so we did purple, then the yellow and the green. And we knew early on customization is what the hobby's all about. I mean, people get An RC car, what the first thing they're going to do is rip the body off, paint it their way, customize it, make yourself stand out. That was the inspiration for adding all of the Velcro. Adding this Velcro space, that was because you go to an event now, you start to accumulate patches. Where there was never enough real estate on any of the backpacks I ever owned to put enough of the patches. So we added extra, show them off. One of our newest patches, I know you've seen this before. This is a Cow RC mat. Okay. We are proud of this, and we really stand behind the Cow RC products, but he also holds alien technology when it comes to his magnetic work surfaces. We tinkered around with a few different magnet options, and nothing works as well as a Pro Mag. He sells it to us in bulk, and we are able to put these things together, and so simple, but so handy.
It's interesting because Mike, if you allow me to interrupt for a second, that's actually my go-to piece for whenever I break something.
Yes.
I love the Cow RC mat. It's great, especially when I'm at a comp. But like if I'm on a trail, I want something I can place down that's small. There's a picture you put up that you got sent from that was actually my dad, and he and I were out. He was using that on a tree limb. And that right there, that what you're holding right now, that is the golden ticket in my humble opinion, because it's easy, takes up zero space. You can put a truck right over top of it, and hey, if it falls, well, unless you're using stainless steel screws, which some of us do, some of us don't. Hey, it can even look the match. Hey, but then again, you got enough K&K screws to replace the ones that fall.
Yep, and even if we knew early on, day one. If you go back in early January when I was on the phone with Mike Kirby and Heath Mescal, and we were talking about the vision for the backpack. What is the end game? How are we going to get there? What are we going to add? And I knew Heath Mescal with the Cow RC work mat. That was simple. I didn't want Mike Kirby to sell himself short, and he really promotes and pushes his stainless hardware. That's people think of K&K and it's the stainless hardware. Well, what's the simple answer there? Stainless doesn't stick to a magnet. Yeah, we knew that from day one. The simple solution to all of that was the Cow RC mat comes with a foam ridge around the outside of the work mat. So any stainless hardware that you're using, even on a side hill, that foam area or even this lip on the 3-inch mag tray, same thing. Your stainless hardware isn't going anywhere. It's only just going to be able to, you're just going to be able to see it with a nice clean white surface. So yeah, stainless hardware does not stick to a magnet. We knew that, but there's enough versatility in those Cow RC mats to still keep your screws tidy. And you know what? You're talking about this as your go-to out on the trail. We see the guys at the hobby shop with the slot cars.
Yeah.
These things are so handy for them slot car racers. They set them right down next to them, right at their little station. Put your slot car right on it. It's the perfect little mat for a slot car and all those tiny little pieces. And never in a million years, we didn't think of it for slot cars, but it just goes to show you once it gets in the door at a hobby shop, in the hands of other people, they see other uses for these things. And I think that's really cool.
That's right. That's really interesting. Because I mean, quite frankly, outside of the basher that I have somewhere above me, somewhere right there, I really don't have any other RC cars outside of crawlers. Because why do I need it? Because I just put it on 4S or 6S and send it.
They're all bashers.
They really are, except for my trail truck that sees love. It sees use, but it sees love. But that's a really interesting point. And I'm gonna kind of switch gears here, but I can totally see this bag being absolutely 100% useful at car shows, like 1-to-1 car shows. Did you just see the product that Red Cat came out with that 64 Impala?
Yeah.
That I got throw reef out here because he's got his front one of the servos in the front is a reef servo.
Yeah.
And then they have the they got their standard in the rear for the raising and lower. But man, this thing, I looked at it and I'm flat out intrigued. That's a whole different thing. And hey, having a bag like that around, people are going to catch eyes. It's going to. I totally see that taking off in a completely second direction that is unexpected because of a release of a simple RC, because that's the kind of truck that's going to make it to the shows, literally the 1-to-1 car shows. Who knows? SEMA will have one. That's going to be our, we can get one of your bags at SEMA. Well, in 2022, that would be killer.
Yeah. My connection's going crappy here.
That's okay. I said your bag at SEMA 2022 with the Red Cat Impala.
Yes.
Mm.
So so I my internet here was cutting in and out, and I think I pieced enough together what you were trying to say there. And the exciting thing, I have to say right now, what's going on is the holiday shopping season has started, and I think there's a lot of guys out there that put the carry-all backpack on their Christmas list. So now it's either wives purchasing backpacks for their husbands or for their kids. I just had a great conversation the other day with a mother who was buying a backpack. She wanted a fully blacked out version, the Black Ops edition for her 13-year-old son. Now, my heart kind of stopped. I was thinking 13-year-old, he's probably got a slash or some type of basher, and he's not quite sure what this backpack is. And she's like, no, he watches Scale News Update. He saw your bag there, and he asked for tickets to Proline by the Fire for next year. That was the other thing on his Christmas list. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, if he's asking about Proline by the Fire, he clearly understands, the scale trail side of the hobby. Mm-hmm. And she said 100%. This 13-year-old's breaking trucks down, building them. And it just showed me, there is no age, gender. The hobby is for everyone. And now this is the exciting time. I think at Father's Day, like come around early May, I was talking with a lot of wives purchasing backpacks for their husbands for Father's Day. And right now, the Christmas drive is definitely happening. So a lot of great conversations every day with the people, maybe not so much the end user, because a lot of the wives that are purchasing the bag don't quite know what their husbands told them to buy. But I think there's going to be a lot of happy men come Christmas Day with a carry-all backpack under the tree. And I can't thank RC Car Action enough for everything that they've been doing. The support and recognition and love that they are giving to the backpack and trying to get it out there to their readers has been a huge help. Not to mention, it's the only RECON G6 backpack out there on the planet. And to have that RECON G6 certification means something. It's been proven, tested, beaten up, and worn hard. The fix is not easy. That 12-hour challenge is not for everyone.
I mean, I've done the 3-hour challenge, and it
will test you mentally,
it kicked my butt.
Physically. It will test your truck. it's designed to mess with you.
Yeah,
So
that's an understatement.
just to get that certification for the bag meant a lot. There was several great people, Chris Lindgren, Jason Matthews, and Jeremy, several people that wore it that day. So not just one bag went across the line. These guys wore it and put it through the ringer, and that means a lot. Have you done anything with no prep dry cars?
So ironically, not yet. I see a complete application for this. It doesn't mean I don't want to.
Yeah.
It just actually there's a short course truck right above me that may
That's why I asked.
may turn into it.
Okay.
It needs a differential.
Okay.
Surprise. But you know, it might happen. I'm kind of in that scene. I'm actually kind of more into a 9-second Corvette and a quarter mile. So I mean, I love that. It's not only the rush of watching things go and the loudness and the sound. If we could find a way to replicate that V8 sound and not add any weight to the car,
yep.
I would bite right there, man. Or a diesel sound, right? Without adding weight to the car. But I'm not saying no. I'm just saying, who knows what the winner's going to be able to bring.
Do you have micro cars? Do you have any 24th?
I have 2 24ths that my tiny human and I race around.
Nice.
Upstairs. And now it's kind of hard with we adopted a dog recently.
Oh, no kidding.
So it's kind of hard because they
want to spot it. Everything's
dog.
a chew toy. Yeah, everything's
exactly. He chases it. The cats chase it. It's insane. But I'm actually thinking about jumping into the 124 scale with the Axial as you come up. I don't know that I'd go Jeep. I'd probably end up going with the Chevy body because I love me some GMs. Even though I now own a Ram, but that's the story of life. But hey, who knows where that's gonna go? Because I know that it'll get all trioed out. Oh, that's beautiful, man.
It's all trioed out with inner fenders. It's the RC four-wheel drive inner fenders, the entire thing, and then all trio. The axles, every trio upgrade. The micro stuff is just a good time.
Yeah, can you put the light where you had it originally? It actually came out better.
Better.
Yeah, that you could see everything a lot better.
Okay. Yeah, just trio upgrades, but I really wanted to show off these new inner fenders. They go the entire length.
That's awesome. That looks really good. And that would be something you would put on just because you like
listen,
things nice and tight.
I don't even look at a truck if it doesn't have inner fenders, just keep going. Like,
hey, hold on. My TRX6 has rear fenders.
Okay. I'm just a fan of inner fenders when you don't have to look up and that cool picture and see all the battery and motor and all that.
You're a scale guy, man. I'm 100% performance.
Right.
You're 100% scale guy.
Oh, dude, wait a minute. Yeah, I would say so. Can you see this thing?
Hold on. When's the last time I've seen you on the, out there beating up on a truck?
This one here is, I can't even get it down. It's got the RC four-wheel drive tent.
Scale?
It's a functional scale tent on top of the overland body. It's ridiculous, and it must weigh 4 pounds. It's ridiculous. But it's so cool. The whole thing opens up, and you can put an action figure inside. I mean, the truck's going to get anywhere of a pitch and it's rolling over. I understand it's not made for performance, but it's so cool.
You know what? Add weight to I wonder if Trio's going to come out with some heavier inner circles.
I don't think you could put enough weight to counterbalance this thing. I got to put it on a scale one day and find out the true weight of it. It's ridiculously heavy, but like I said, the coolness outweighs the down cons of how heavy it is.
But you know what? Hey,
You wouldn't put one on every truck. That's my point, is that, yeah, you can have a VS 410. I got a Vanquish here. It's dialed in. You can have a truck that's made the drive, but you can also have an overland adventure trail truck that just takes cool pictures.
Mike,
I love that.
That's a 6x6 would be, honestly, do you have a 6x6 in your build?
I don't. Definitely on my wish list. A 6x6 will be in my fleet one day.
Whether it's an axial, well, actually, you could honestly here's what's going to kill you. You can honestly, actually, legitimately justify the Traxxas one because the G-Wagon comes with portals 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So that could be your only Traxxas.
Yeah.
But truly do it up really well. Just like you said, that overland build.
Yeah.
Man, that would be gorgeous on one of those. It would be really unique too.
I like the track.
I've never seen one like that.
I think I would definitely lean the direction of the Traxxas 6x. Performance. I'm a fan of a lot of stuff that Traxxas does, but with their 6x, I've heard nothing but great things about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can give you a true testament. I mean, the transmission did not even come apart. I locked up a Holmes motor. They emailed me back. They're like, MJ, what did you do? I sent them the video, and I'm like, look, I'm not expecting a replacement. I'm not even calling this for a warranty. I'm just wondering if y'all could even get this thing running again. And they did. That's the best part. Justin took care of it. Justin got it rolling. Oh man, I love that build that you did right there.
Well, thank you. Oh. But yeah, dude, that's a functional tent. It's so good.
You're such a nerd. I love it.
I know. It's so bad. When I started to get the action figures and like put them inside the tent and the ladder. I mean, this is a Barbie dream house right here for men. It's ridiculous.
Oh, you are such a nerd. I love it. Oh man, that's awesome. Dude, there's a tear in my eye. That's hilarious.
It's so true. No, I do love a scale garage. All aspects of the hobby, and that's what's so great about the hobby is there's something for everyone. The 3D printing. I know you got yourself a printer. I'm not a great CAD guy. I'm not going to sit around and be able, maybe one day, but right now I can't draw my own parts. I thank goodness and I thank my lucky stars every day that Knights Customs now sells his files on my mini factory. Just being able to print his files now, I've changed up so many trucks with him releasing his files. That's a great time. So if you want to tinker in the shop and want to build, if you want to get out and get some exercise on a trail, there are so many things about the RC hobby that will appeal to so many different people for so many different reasons.
That is the truth, man.
From like edit, photography, drone, there's just a podcast. There's so many outlets and things. Like once you take the deep dive into RC, there's so many things that branch out from there. And it took me a while. Like I had guys doing video stuff years ago. My buddy Nick, he was doing video edits and stuff. And at the time I was thinking, it's a waste, but now you get it. Like the video editing is such a huge part about it, having a YouTube channel and there's something for everyone, and there's enough here to keep you occupied and out of trouble.
Oh, that's the truth right there. And that's part of the reason why I want to make sure, we the hobby's growing, especially with what's happening, not even pandemic wise, but like crawlers as a whole, before everything happened, were exploding.
Yeah.
And seeing this bag coming on, it just aids in that because it gives somebody that resource to be
Yeah.
able to do a trail repair. Because I know whenever I go on a trail repair, I got a spare axle. That spare axle, whether it's a front or rear, it's got a spare spool, it's got a spare ring and pinion. I'm pretty well set. Sometimes, depending on if it's going to be a long time, I'll take I'll take the extra rear axle. Just I can swap as we go, and it'll give me a reason to get some water.
Right.
But it's great to see.
Well, and I think you nailed it. A good segue there. You nailed something, and that was the backpack. I think was definitely in my mind at the time when we were doing it. I think I had newbie like on mind. Like, what is a guy gonna do? Just coming into the hobby, he's gonna do a Google search for an RC car backpack. Nothing there. Doesn't exist. No such thing as an RC car backpack. Now you type it in, you're gonna find a carry-all bag, but the idea was for a noob to be able to purchase all of these items. They'll be spoiled right out of the gate, right from day one. Not know what it was like to wrench on a truck on a tree log or in a dirt pile, have that cow RC mat and be able to wrench, in a clean work surface. They're going to be spoiled, but it's the backpack even fits for your old school veterans that have been doing this for years. Because why? I already owned a lipo bag. I own a million different tools around here. I don't need another lipo bag. I don't need another tool set. I have plenty of hardware. Why do I need this backpack? The simple answer is this, is the items that come with the carry-all backpack are made to stay in that bag. One, you should already have a cow RC mat. Two, you should already have good tools. These items that come with the bag stay in the bag. It's that whole concept of prepper and being ready every time. So you don't have to take the lipo bag you already owned and put it in the backpack. It comes with it, and just leave it in there. I kind of cringe when I see people take all their stuff out and put it over the workbench, which is great. Use the stuff, but gosh darn it, don't forget it. Make sure the idea was leave this thing packed and hang it up and ready to go. So Sunday you're ready to go back out on the trail. So we tried to put it at a price point even for the people that owned all of those items already. The items that you're purchasing for the bag were meant to stay in the bag.
That right there that's a very, very, very beautiful thing. And that's actually a perfect way to kind of close our chat, is highlighting what the bag is really there for, and it's for keeping your stuff ready to go as a bug out. Who are you bugging out from? Is it the family? Is it, are you just bugging out from life? Or are you just bugging out from your job and everyday stress? And
all of the above.
Or all of the above, literally. So, that's a beautiful thing. And I think that the term bug out bag is the perfect term for your bag. I mean, especially as we get colder, right? It's about getting down to the 30s.
Yeah,
it's perfect for
quick, right?
Perfect size. Throw a rain gear, a rain poncho, and a hoodie in there, and you're good to go.
Yes.
Well, I also have excess body heat coming off me, hey, skinny. But again, I want to throw in an extra, something a little extra.
The beauty of the backpack right now is that it does allow you to still use the bag as it's intended. Fill it, load it with the stuff, however you want to do it. RC Car Action has spent a lot of time writing the articles on what they're going to do to fill out their backpack for a day on the trail. So on the West Coast, they're going to pack a certain way. East Coast, you pack your own way. Everybody's going to pack their own bag a different way. But the key is to have a starting point. And that's what they're highlighting is Carry-All RC will be in the gear guide issue. It is your stepping stone. Build off of what we've given you and now add your own custom personal items. Add your disposable toilet paper or whatever you want to put in here to save the day. Pack it your way. But we're just giving you those, we're giving you the components to be able to pack a backpack and use it like a backpack and still carry a truck.
Well, all right. So I'm gonna give you a quick challenge. Ready?
Oh,
So we're gonna start wrapping this up.
okay.
I'm gonna give you exactly 1 minute to throw out your shout outs to whoever you need to. So are you ready? Can you actually do it, Mike? This is a straight challenge because squirrels for us, both of us. Are you ready?
No, wait.
Set.
Am I calling out people or product or everything I want?
You have 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
As many as I can get out?
As many as you can get out. Word blurt it.
Okay.
Ready?
Starting. Yeah.
All right. On your mark. Get set. Go.
Corey, Alan, Peter, MJ, Jeremy Kilburn, Adam Helpler, Glenn Shelley, Nitro Nick, Mad Mike, Jason Betty, AJ at Super Shafty, Brian from NJ Scale, the entire NJ Scale crew from Art to Nick, all of you guys over there, Eric Serino, Jeff Ramos. You're killing me. This really rots.
I know.
There's like a million names that are like flashing through my head right now. Reefs RC, Kate over at Castle. Oh, my homeboy Desmond, my homie Desmond Mooney. Big shout out to him. We got the guys down. How long?
5-4.
USTE. All my love down to Rob Matthews, Clay Apple, Eric Soots, my homeboy. I almost forgot Eric Soots. And Jason Matthews. Did I say him yet? Jonathan Baskins. And all the people I forgot. I'm gonna.
Needless to say, your list of shout outs is like million miles long. Yeah.
There's not enough time in the day to thank all the people behind the scenes, like you said from the very beginning, the Adam Helplers, Jeremy Kilburns, all the people, Dan, Tyler Slane. I mean,
he can't stop.
I could just keep going and going. There isn't enough time in the day to thank all the people that come and help, family and friends. And I'm so thankful for everything that has happened with this backpack. I can't thank you enough, MJ.
You're welcome.
Everything that you've done as a brand ambassador, but just as a friend to me, and who you've introduced me to, and your level of passion in doing this for the people in the RC community is very cool. I thank you for every second tonight. I had an absolute blast.
You're very welcome. I love doing these. So I need to shout out Peter Lundberg real quick for literally kicking me.
I hope I said his name first.
Get it in there. So we threw. Well, actually, you said him way early in the beginning and throughout.
I hope I did because Peter with Trill has been amazing. I know you spoke to him last weekend, and I did my Trill plug right from the very beginning. But the good stuff happening there.
Yeah, great stuff. So guys, so as we wrap up, I want to say thank you. I know there's been a whole bunch of you guys that have stuck with us from the top to bottom. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Feel free to share it out wide. I'm glad you guys also stuck with us through those technical difficulties. And literally you saw it just get better as time went. So thank you guys. I need to do a quick couple of shout outs. Reefs, yeah, they're coming out with some really cool stuff. I love those drag wheels. Did you see those drag wheels?
Oh, they're amazing. And we are working with Reefs right now on a special little project, on a special edition.
I got you. Well, see, it's kind of funny with how many reef guys you have. I think it was total unintentionally.
It was unintended. It just
worked.
It works.
And Northwest Scalar Designs, I got their scatter gun. I helped to do a prototype. Who knows? There might be another prototype in there because there's some things I'd like to switch up as a comp driver. And because, let's send it because that's what I do. And who else do I? Oh, of course, Carry All RC. And of course, my boy over in Winchester in the works. And because I always keep a couple extra couple of links that are popular in my bag, because you never know when that's going to be needed, whether it's a drag link or whatever. You never know when it's going to be needed, and it's great to be able to have some small stuff that's universal.
Yeah.
So, all right, Mike. Well, thank you very much for joining us. I had a blast, man.
My pleasure.
So, any parting words? Any parting advice? Parting advice for a newbie.
My
1 minute.
Only parting advice would be to make sure everyone votes tomorrow. No matter who you're voting for, I don't care. Just it's crazy, wicked, powerful moment tomorrow. To get out there and vote in person. Get your vote in.
I love it. Love it. All right, Mike. Well, thank you very much. And everybody out there over in YouTube land, thank you guys for joining us. Have a great night.
Good night.
Good night.